witches. So finally, baby girl's feeling better. So mommy has a little bit of time where she can come up here and play around and show you guys what I've got in these boxes. So many of you have been asking me to show you because you're curious on what I've got in store for you. So, first of all, with any box that you get, there will be things that are unlisted that you just get like freebies. So if you get something random, just know it's just from me. For one of the little freebies with the money box, I've been doing some coloring magic, and it's kind of like a manifestation technique where you just visualize, you know, what you want. So I was doing an abundance working, so I colored this. And then the next day, I bought a scratch off and won $500 from a $5 scratch off. So pretty cool. So I'm including one of these for you. I will have to kind of fold it in half and then roll it gently to stick it in the box, but that's okay. It's not going to affect your magic. So that'll be one of the freebies. And then just, you know, most of them will be more than a coloring sheet, but I just thought that was cool. And I had some success with it. So anyway, for your money box. So the first thing I included, because you always want to set your space, 3 Palo Santo incense cones. And I chose these because you're going to clear out any negative energy. Sage, as we know, you know, we have to be careful with which sage we buy nowadays. And with this, you don't have to worry about that. Plus, the other thing about sage, and I love sage, and I use it for certain things, but when you're dealing with sage, you're getting rid of the positive energy too. So when you're dealing with just Palo Santo, you're just getting rid of the negative energy. And that is something you particularly want to do when you're doing a manifestation working. So, speaking of manifestation, that's what I chose for my little name right now. I might change it. Y'all know I've changed my name like 4 times over the past 2.5 years. Anyway, the next thing that you're going to get, so let's move to this real quick. So the next thing in this box, so you'd use this as you're getting into state, and I will give you a list of stuff to do, like step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this. With the entire ritual / spell, because part of it is ritualistic in fashion, and then the rest of it is spell work. And then there's even an ending piece where you'll do a little grounding exercise, but I've included the ingredients and what to do with them for each step. You can put that in the trash if you want and just use it as you wish, or you can follow that to a T. Either way, it won't matter. But I did put in the box that you want to do this either on a full moon. I love full moon spells. Some people say don't do it then, that it's not, you know, the best time, blah, blah, blah. But I love to do them on a full moon. And I also, when I'm doing any type of manifestation working that has to do with abundance, I'm doing it on Thursday during a waxing moon during the planetary hour of Jupiter. And it will say that in there as well, but you've heard me say that enough times. So this is your bath mixture. So you're going to put this, and I would use... You might use, it depends on how salty you like your baths. I don't mind an extra salt, a bit of extra salt. I'm heavy-handed with it. So you would take this, and this is Epsom salt. Epsom salt has qualities in it that you want. You want them in your body. It helps with your ion levels. It's good for you. Plus, it pulls out inflammation, and there's medicinal benefits. It's just good for the tub. It's also mixed with a couple of other salts. There's some sea salt in here and a sprinkle of pink Himalayan. There's also some gold glitter and some herbs in here and a few oils. The scent mainly that you're going to get from this is a minty. It has a patchouli undertone sort of, but I worked hard on the scent. My hands, oh my gosh, my hands smell good. That stuff smells good. It is a really good smell. And I chose the correspondences for the herbs, of course, 100% for their properties. But then when I was choosing my oils, I did both. I chose the ones that went with the properties and smelled really good. So I settled on those two fragrances, and in the right combination, they smelled perfect together. So I made a supply of that, kept that handy because I don't know that I'll ever get it right again, as it was difficult, but it smells really good, and it's just great to, you know, to do that bath prior. And if you don't have a bath, you can do a rinse sort of after you're finished with your shower. And just dissolve that as good as you can. You might even need to strain it if you're going to do a shower with it, but just dissolve it. And then at the end of your shower, pour it slowly with intention all over your body. Close your eyes because it does have salt. It will burn. And then afterwards, pat dry. And yeah, you're going to have a few things stuck to you, but you're going to be okay. You'll live, I promise. So anyway, the next thing in here I included was a mixture of herbs. I thought long and hard about sharing this mixture with anyone, let alone multiple people. But, excuse me guys, I've got my drink here. I might be catching what my daughter had, but I already put barriers in place where that's not going to happen completely, but my throat's feeling a little ugh. Plus, been vaping this stuff and eating gummies today, so got a little bit of stuff going on with me. But anyway, with the mixture, I was thinking, you know, I'm not gonna share this. Yeah, I'll share it, but I'll leave this out. Okay, I'll share it, but I won't do this. I thought about it for a good 6 weeks at least. And then I thought, you know what? Why am I being such a bitch and not sharing this? Share it with someone. You've had such success with this. Your clients have had success. Family members have had success. Use it. You know, use that magic and just spread it. So here I am spreading this to you. It's just a combo of herbs, and one of the secrets to these herbs is when they are harvested, and also when they are planted, and how they are planted, and how they are harvested. It does matter. It matters. So all of that, plus they have been blessed by me thoroughly because I use these same herbs. I'm using the same, when I make my big batches, I'm using that same batch for my spell work and my client's spell work as I'm selling to you in this box, or giving it to you if you need my help bad enough. Because, you know, I do free spell work. I have already helped a couple people out, and hopefully your situations keep improving. Thank you for keeping me updated. But anyway, I'm sharing that with you. I use the same stuff. So trust me when I tell you that it does work. It's great uses for this. Now, it does have a couple of resins in there, so do not drink things that you get in my boxes as teas unless they are labeled with a white label here that says teas. And my labels are coming. I am having some technical difficulties getting them to line up the right way because I'm so anal. They're too far at the top and I hate them, so I threw them away and I got to buy another pack. But everything will be labeled eventually, but you guys know what's what. Your witches, you know what to use for what. Plus, I'm telling you in these videos, and they're in the instructions. But when you are using these incense, use them on this charcoal disc that I have given you. And if you have never used one before, I did a video on the cauldron. And I also did, I think in my Witchy Tips 2 video, there is a little bit of me showing how to use the cauldron correctly using the sand or the brick dust or whatever you're going to use. Cauldrons don't like salt that much, so try to steer clear of that, especially if you are on the left-hand path of magic. You want to steer clear of salt as much as possible, so you might even 86 this together. Okay, but using it prior to spell work, you know, you definitely probably use it after. Let's just say that. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to do a video about my thoughts on the quote-unquote left-hand path, quote-unquote dark magic stuff. I don't see an issue with this. It's not, I don't use it as a derogatory term in any sense of the word. If you have listened to a word I've said over the past 2 years, you obviously know me, and that's not how I do things. Anyway, I'm gonna include a green chime candle for you. Now it might be more of an apple money colored candle. I brought this up here too, some freaking where. Just so I could show them to you now. If I run out of time, because I'm only gonna look for a couple minutes. Not even a couple minutes, a couple seconds. Here we go, got it. So you might be getting one of these, and I'm gonna whip these out in my haul because I just opened them. But these apple actually have an apple scent. So if you would rather have this one in your box, when you place your order, just send me just comment, I want an apple candle, and then I'll do one of those for you. But these are unscented. Well, I think it smells like this just because it's been in the box with it. But anyway, these have not been charged yet under the full moon, and will not be until we have a full moon. This pack has. So that's why I'm getting rid of this pack first, just because I feel like they have already, began their magical journey. So next I have, and the reason I got this out is to talk about the candle just for a sec. These little tools, y'all pardon my PJs, I don't care. But these little tools, the ones with the grippies, go to the Dollar Tree or Walmart and just get you one. They make it so easy. You can literally write beautiful cursive in these candles. So especially if you're doing sigils, get you one of these. And I thought about including one in each box, and then I thought, they might want the handle. Let me just let them get their own, because they don't want to end up with 50 of those, and it's just wasteful. So here's the oil. Give it a little shake. I've got a lot of ingredients from here in this oil. You've seen me make this oil, and I only left out one ingredient when I showed you how to do it. And it's just because it's my magical ingredient that I include. I have to keep something secret, but you got the gist of it. And remember, magic is about intention and visualization regardless. Uses for this stuff. So this is way more than you're going to need to dress this candle. It's just about as big as this candle. Mathematically, I think it's bigger. So what you're going to do with this oil, and eventually the oil will come in these smaller little bottles. They hold a little less. Not much less, but just a little less, just because it's wasteful. But with these oils, these are expensive oils. Like this on eBay, I think I have it listed for $20, just because I pay for the shipping. But just for this, $20 on eBay, not to mention all this other stuff. So that's a good bit of oil. You can use it to do the following: dress candles. So you want to piggyback this money spell every single Thursday while the moon waxes, and every single full moon until you hit whatever you're trying to hit. You get that promotion, you hit that lottery jackpot, you win that case, whatever it is. You want to keep anointing petitions, keep doing this same spell. You want to do a cauldron spell, rub your cauldron down with that oil, put some crystals that go with money, put a petition, bury it for 3 days. Use some, mix it with some water and spray it. It's safe to spray on your plants. That's growth there. They're growing, that's helping them grow. Put just whatever you can think of. Make a room spray. Add a couple of drops to your diffuser. Whatever you can think to do with it, just use it. It's good stuff. Don't let it go to waste. And none of my oils have my blood, for anyone wondering. No, I didn't do that. Because it's kind of gross. So with these money boxes, you will also get one of these. These have been on Lakshmi's altar for a few months. They've also been under a couple full moons. I've prayed over them, quote unquote, over them. they're cool. So when you get them, don't cleanse them unless you just really want to start fresh energy. But these things are charged with fortune. So when you get this, if you want to incorporate it into a lottery spell, or ask it a question about finances, I don't know, however you want to use this, I just had the idea to stick that in there for you guys. Now, what else are you getting in these boxes? So each month you will get a piece of jewelry, and it will come in this little bag. I love these. I love these little bags. Can you see that? I got these just for the little jewelry, and sometimes for crystals, because some of these boxes that I do will have crystals. This has already got a necklace in it for this box. Let's see what we've got. So I've already got in this little box ready to go, and I have a lot of these same necklaces and other jewelry items, and I even have little pins and just cute things that are going to go in them just for little surprises, because you want some kind of little surprise. So the little triple goddess was just an opalite crystal there, and then this one here, it looks like garnet to me, but it looks a little red. And then earrings. These are just some charms. I have a ton of charms. I have Blessed Be charms, Triple Goddess charms, little Basim charms, just anything witchy you can think of, even literal little witches. I'll just be including a pair with the little fish hook earrings with backs. The little that has the little back that you slide on in there with those. So you'll be getting those each time you get one, for a little surprise. And that is that box. So you'll get the ritual. Make sure that you do your best to just stick to it. And if you can't stick to it 100%, then, try to be careful that you just still visualize with whatever you're doing, so you're not wasting your money. Also, this is another thing I have that's a possible jewelry item, maybe things that are a little more naturistic, like these beautiful peacock feather earrings. If I can get, well, one of them fell. Just things like that. Things that witches like. Fun little surprises. And there are tons more freebies. That's not hardly at all it. Those are just a couple things that I wanted to share with you. But I will be right back to share with you the baneful box that I keep getting questions about. Blessed be.